excited because this is Multicultural Children's Book Day week. And in 2 days, on Friday, we will be having our event. And I know we've been frantically sending out, oh, that's just me. Francis had to go. We've been frantically sending out books to anyone who was supposed to get a book but didn't get one. And we're also gearing up for our Twitter party.
Yes. So this is what
happening.
we've been building up for the whole year has been building up to Friday. To this week. I mean, it's happening kind of all this week, really, as far as the reviews coming in and all of that.
I know. I feel like it starts building in September.
Yes.
And then, I mean, even the entire month of January with the Read Your World book jam, I just feel like there's so much stuff, so much good content, I feel like. And so many book giveaways, because I'm super excited that we're able to get books into the hands of, people who need them. And we're doing it in so many different ways, including the Read Your World book jam, which is a Monday, Wednesday series during the month of January. You can find those blog posts at the Multicultural Children's Book Day blog. And every author actually is doing a giveaway, as many as 10 books. So if there's 10 books, there's going to be 10 winners. And, I think it's going to be pretty easy to win a book if you sign up for all 10 giveaways.
And you said that the giveaways are actually open for about 30 days after the posting date. So even if you go back to if you miss them, if you go back to even the earlier ones in January, they're all still open.
Yeah, absolutely. I deliberately give 30 days for each giveaway. And so, yeah, the first one doesn't close until early February, actually. So a few days even after our event. But the Twitter party is also our way. Hi, Francis. Let's have Francis jump in, because I know she's got to jump out to pick up her son.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. Hi.
I'm good. Make sure. Okay. Good. Okay.
Does that mean so you can stay on for longer?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were
last minute changes.
We were just giving an overview of how there have been events going. We've got the book jam that's been happening all through January. It's not too late for people to go back to our blog and enter those. And I do want to jump in because we had a question from one of the viewers asking if it's too late to sign up for an author spotlight. So I don't know if you guys want to cover that. Because there's some people that don't hear about it, and now it's kind of last minute. Is it too late for them to join in?
So by author spotlight, I'm assuming they mean author sponsorship.
I think I'm assuming so. If you want to, if that's not.
So we did close the author sponsorships for the Multicultural Children's Book Day event. We actually closed them, like we said we would, at the end of December. Usually we extend for a week, but this year, we had a lot, so we ended up closing it at the end of December. But the good news is, starting in March, we will reopen our double shout outs, our mega shout outs, and our author of the month. So those are different ways to get promoted. They're 3 different. And then we also always have sponsored posts. So it's actually 4 ways. And the sponsored post is still available now, but the double shout out, which is very similar to author sponsorship, and the mega shout out is even more promotion. And then of course the author sponsor of the month is promotion for the entire month. And so we just do first come, first serve. You can sign up and then choose your month. Last year when we did it, because that was the first time we did these 3 different varieties, the author of the month went out, it sold out in days, because we only have March, April, May, June, July, August, and then that program ends, because then our normal sponsorships for Multicultural Children's Book Day starts up. So if you're feeling oh shoot, I missed it, not to worry. We'll be opening that starting early February, basically as soon as our event ends on Friday and we have a day or 2 to recover, we'll fire those back up. So thank you for asking.
Yeah. Frances, do you want to introduce yourself? Because you, not everybody may know that now that you're a member of the MCBD team. For those that don't know, I think most people were used to Becky Flansburg, who she is rotating out. She's been doing this just for years. I mean, when I was just a co-host, she was really, I know for me, she was the main contact. So she's, we're saying goodbye to her. Well, not goodbye, but she's not going to be on MCBD, but she'll still be, you know, around. But and now Frances is going to be stepping in to fill those big shoes.
Yes, tell me about it. Those are big shoes to fill, but of course, you know, she's been very helpful with this transition. I'm excited. And just as you, I was a longtime co-host from the beginning, you know, and reviewing books as well. So I'm super excited to be the project manager. So of course, you know, there's so many good things coming, you know, and I'm excited and a little nervous at the same time because Becky, you know, she is just fabulous and she's done so much for MCBD. So I hope to do at least a quarter of what she's been doing.
Yeah, so Becky has been with us for 9 years and we're so proud of her because she has always wanted to be a writer and she's basically grown this business as kind of like a personal historian. And so she gave us like 6 months transition. She's been helping us sort of document everything and make sure we have all the assets, all the resources that it got cleanly transferred and saved. She's been training everyone. All of us have been sort of shadowing her for 6 months. So we're really proud of her transition. We're going to miss her a lot. She truly was the heart, the soul, and the backbone of Multicultural Book. There's a reason why everyone's like, oh, I know Becky from it, because Becky was, she called herself Chief Elf, she called herself project manager. She was the person who did everything and did everything well. But and we're so excited.
I was just going to say, the thing that's impressed me is as I've started to have more contact with our sponsors and the authors, is that they all have this very personal connection with her. Everybody know, like they chat with her, they know her, like she really understands or understood like all of the authors and the sponsors that we had and really cared. And that was one thing she emphasized to us, like she's transitioning now, but she still really cares about the mission and the, you know, what we're doing with MCBD. So I think that really showed in her work.
Yeah, we're lucky. But also Frances is like, we're so thankful to have Frances. I don't know if you know her blog. She has a wonderful blog, Discovering the World Through My Son's Eyes. She shares a lot of Puerto Rican and Latino culture. She was a longtime board member of Multicultural Kid Blogs. She's getting her graduate degree. Tell us more about your graduate degree. Oh, you graduated! Oh my goodness. Okay, so what was your graduate degree in?
A master's in education, languages, Spanish.
So, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
On top of that, an incredible son, an incredible mother.
Thank you.
Just sharing resources. You'll see a lot of Frances's book reviews and her book list. Because twice a year I update our giant resource of, you know, anyone who's trying to find diverse books. We have that resource on our website, and it's just basically like a list of lists that I hand curate. And I went through Discovering the World Through My Son's Eyes, and I was like, we need this one, we need this one. I was linking for quite some time.
What's interesting, Mia, is that it started off me documenting, you know, actually discovering the world through my son's eyes, you know, when he was 4 years old. And now it's become a resource for multicultural parenting, books, diverse books, of course, a lot of Puerto Rican and Latino too, but it's become like a one-stop, you know, resource for multicultural parenting and books as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And teaching Spanish, I mean, we should also mention she's quite an accomplished and very popular teacher on OutSchool. My kids have taken several classes from her and they love Miss Frances and taking, she has such creative classes in such a way we did. Yeah, she's really a wonderful teacher.
Oh, so is that something that someone can sign up for or is it like private lessons or how does that work, Frances?
I do both. I do private lessons and I also do group lessons on OutSchool. And then out school, they're more like fun, creative, hands-on classes. My private lessons are someone who wants, their child to learn more Spanish, mostly heritage speakers, mama and papa are Latino, but they didn't really, talk a lot of Spanish at home. So that's when I come in, But yes, I teach private and I also teach on out school and I have my blog. So yeah, I wear many hats.
No, that's fantastic.
And now,
that's like, yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
now I'm CBD.
so when my kids were little, I had a Spanish tutor for them and like several, and it was just really hard to find resources, even tutors. There weren't that many that were interested or available to come teach small children. So that is a great resource. And, also just, promotes, it's sort of like what people who come to Multicultural Children's Book Day, they're looking for books. They're looking for bilingual books. They're looking to learn about other cultures, either, more about their own or about other people's. And so it's just like, we're so fortunate to have you, because it just really brings more richness and, authenticity to sharing, your culture and, with the rest of us. And yeah, your blog is such a great resource. And
Thank you.
So,
but you know what, Mia? I've been with MCBD so long. It's just like I'm part of the family. I'm just okay. I was away, so I'm here now. That distant relative that you can see from far away. You say hello, you chat, whatnot. But then the distant relative moves closer. But that's what I'm doing right now with MCBD.
it absolutely was that, because it was when we needed to hire someone, we said, "Oh, let's just ask the co-hosts." And that's how we got Leanna. And we're like, I didn't even know Leanna's available. We're like, what a sport. Like, she's incredible. I mean, it was like, I was like, oh my God, like prayers answered. And then when we had another opening, we said, okay, well, who do we know? And it was like, Frances was at the very top of the list. And we're all like, we all know Frances.
All said Frances.
Yeah, and we all love Frances. But we were like, oh shoot, she's getting a graduate degree. She might not be available. And we're just like, we don't know what's going on with her grad school. Maybe she's, maybe she's like on break. Like, or, we weren't sure, because we're like, oh, I think she's busy. So when you said you were available, we're just like, oh my God, the stars are aligning. And when we've all been friends like for 15 years. I mean, we're like bloggers. I mean, Leanna's Multicultural Kid Blogs, which is really like the thing that brought us together before, because that's like 15 plus years old. Multicultural Children's Book Day is 10 years old, but I met Leanna in person like 9 years ago.
Right.
Because of Multicultural Kid Blogs. We're like, let's have a little powwow, like let's like get together and talk shop. Like, there were like five of us, right?
Right. And it kind of goes back to me to what I got to talk to Dee Dee Cummings, who's our super platinum sponsor this year with Makeaway Media. And I asked her how she got involved with Multicultural Children's Book Day. And she said, for her, it was like finally finding her community. And I think that's kind of how we all feel with Multicultural Blogs and Multicultural Children's Book Day. It's like finding the people that share the same passion and have the same interest, and promoting these diverse books, promoting multicultural parenting and education. I think it's been Multicultural Kid Blogs has been like that for me. And I feel like Multicultural Children's Book Day is like a sister community that we're kind of working in tandem. Have so many of the same members and co-hosts. I mean, we're just partners working together, and it's been really incredible.
Absolutely. And it's just sort of like the power of social media, when you feel like, oh my God, it actually works. It's not this humanless interaction, but you actually can find people who share what you're into. And, and a lot of them some of them come with, like just curiosity in Twitter, and some come with, they've been creating content for years. And then you realize, oh, I know that, like, I knew their content before I knew Frances, what I mean? Like, I knew her content, I knew All Done Monkey. And then it was like, oh, that's Leanna. Well before I met you in person, or, even knew what you looked like practically, know? And I mean, wow, it's so nice too. Like when you're parenting at home with small children and you just feel so isolated sometimes, like that you have this sort of community that's accessible, you know, easily accessible.
Right.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I know we're winding down, but we just wanted to hype the Twitter party some more.
Yeah.
It's 9
Yeah, we're
p.m.
excited.
Eastern Standard Time. It's an hour. We have the questions. Like, questions are on my blog. They're Pragmatic Mom. They're on the, I think they're also on the Multicultural Children's Kid Day blog.
Yeah.
So we encourage authors, we encourage illustrators, we encourage publishers, anyone who has a multicultural product or, you know, wants to come in and join us. You don't have to be a sponsor. You can just join the Twitter party and talk about your work. You don't, you know, we will be giving away book packages of at least 9 books every 5 minutes. We'll be handing them out in real time so you can actually see the winners. The winners will be notified like live during the party. But, you know, if you feel like, hey, I wrote a book, you know, you can actually see the questions in advance so you can see like, oh, this is a question that pertains to me. Parents are looking for, you know, resources. You can just introduce yourself and say, hey, I write bilingual, you know, picture books, or I wrote a book, you know, about a Muslim character, or, you know, I just jump in and share. We also have the book giveaways. Each book package is listed. So if you are one of our sponsors, author or publisher, you will also see when your book is being given away. And you can jump in and say, hey, you know, here's my book, you know, part of the giveaway. I hope you guys are excited about it. It's about this or it's about that. So we usually don't get like the sponsors or the authors or the publishers jumping in. And I just feel like that's a shame, because it's a great time to interact with, you know, the parents and guardians and librarians and teachers who are hoping to, you know, just discuss the state of diverse books in the children's publishing world, and also just to win something for their children or for their classroom or for their library. So please join us. All you have to do is come 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Use hashtag #ReadYourWorld. That's how you'll find us. You don't need to register. You don't need to do anything. You don't have to be on time. You don't have to stay the full time. We will be choosing winners, though, based on participation. So if you are actively engaged, around, you know, it could be a single question, or it can be like, you know, 15 minutes, like, 'cause that's all the time that you have. But we will be choosing. Becky actually will be choosing. She is always our chooser. This will be her last Twitter party, her last Twitter party as the official chooser of the winner of each package, which is fast. Like, the party just is fast and furious.
It's so fun, and it's such a great way to network, like you said, to promote your own products if you have them. Yes, thank you. We just had a comment on Maritza about how the Twitter party is an amazing time. It is. It's so fun, and it doesn't feel like an hour. It just flies by. Although, like Mia said, if you can't be there for the whole time, just jump in when you can. But it is really fun, and a lot of people hang on afterwards if you want to, and because it's such a neat way to network and with other people. So if you want to stay after, continue those connections and talking, you can. A lot of people do that as well.
We encourage people to stay after this year, because the last, you know, few minutes on the hour at 9:58, you know, there might be something going on. There might. I don't know. There might be a surprise. Yeah, I don't know. But and then we'll stay late for that, because there might be some discussion and celebration. So everyone,
we're all excited. We're all excited.
Yes. And speaking of which, I think, isn't it next year is going to be our 10th year?
It will be our 10th year. So the book packages will grow to 10 books. And I was even thinking that, like, every 10 minutes, we should just get, you know, somebody to sponsor just a bonus giveaway. So we'll do, you know, our normal package every 5 minutes, but then every 10 minutes, like, some, you know, books and swag or something, you know, just something like, we got 10 years, we get the number 10. We got to we got to do it up somehow, right?
Right. And we've
and
got
maybe on the 10th, maybe the 10th of every
right.
month, we do a giveaway, like the 10th of every month all year. Just, you know, either books that we have in our, like, you know, they've been donated to us, or just have different people underwrite, like hey, I'll give away, you know, a book package on behalf of your 10th year for August, because I will give away like my whole, you know, all the books I wrote, you know, or something like that. I don't know. Just brainstorming, just,
Yeah.
you know.
But
It's
that's
gonna be fun.
we have a lot of fun things in the work. I mean, I know me is in talks with some different nonprofits that we might be partnering with. I mean, there's just a lot of things in the works, nothing solid we can share right now, but watch.
Exciting stuff for year 10. Absolutely.
Huh?
Yeah, we have a new team, and we're all fired up, and we're sort of in up level mode. So stay tuned. Yeah, there's going to be some exciting announcements all year, we hope.
Yes. So pay attention. And if you're not in the Facebook group, which you can find a link to that if you go to the link in our bio, that'll take you to where it has all the giveaways that are happening right now. It has the Twitter party questions, and you can find a link to our Facebook group, because that is one of the easiest ways to find out what's happening. So you can pay attention, you know, when all the shout outs and the mega shout outs and all that are open, when those open up. We'll announce it here on Instagram too, but the Facebook group is also just really fun way to network with other authors or illustrators. So you can go to the link in our bio and find all that information there. And I think we should probably,
sorry, I'm personally giving away my Own Voices favorite books. It's an ebook, and it just has book reviews of all my favorite like Own Voices diverse books. I'm giving that away for 5 days starting today. So if you go on Amazon, you can download that for free. And then on February 2nd, which is International Women's and Girls in Sports Day, I'm giving away my Changing the Game just as a PDF. So if you go to my website, on that blog post, you can just download the PDF and get the book for free. If you want to review my book on Amazon, if you email me, I'll give you the book for free. So we're just trying to, you know, it's all about giving away books and getting books in the hands of people who need them. And as a bonus, any kind of love you can show authors is always much appreciated. So yeah, so we'll see you on Friday at 9 p.m. hopefully, everyone, right?
Yeah, don't forget, follow us on Twitter and follow Read Your World #. Bye everyone.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.